Welcome back, ladies and gents, to another episode of the Podcast. Got your boy Brian, Steven, Brandon in the cut. How y'all
Eve,
feeling today, dog? How y'all feeling today?
feeling good, dog. Feeling good. We got a great slate of games today, dog. So,
Great fucking day, bro.
for real, bro. Betting
Beautiful
world
day.
is either going to be a huge win for Vegas or it's going to be a huge win for us, dog. So, we'll see.
That's right, dog. We're gonna beat the shit out of Vegas. Let's get this, dog. Let's head on with the picks, dog. Let's get right into it.
All right, bro. Starting off, NBA, man. We got, I think every team plays today, so we got a huge slate of games. I try to pick out as many as I can. Starting off, probably one of my favorite games of the day. We got the Bucks at Clippers. Clippers minus 2.5. This Clippers team at home, best cover team at home. This Bucks team, I'll give them credit. They've been playing much better lately, but this has been at home. Now on the road against the Clippers. First game of a road trip. I like the Clippers here, dog. They got all their players healthy, and they're just playing great basketball at home, bro. This is not a team I want to fade, bro. I think only getting 2.5 points is because the Bucks been playing well lately. If this was a week or two ago, this probably be 5.5, 6.5. So Clippers minus 2.5. I love it here, though. I think matchup wise, they match up very well as well. I think they're gonna defensively, the way the Clippers play, their scheme with Van Gundy and Tyronn Lue, they're gonna put a good game plan together to slow down Giannis and Lillard. So it's a big game for them. I love the Clippers here, 2.5.
One thing I like is that Bucks have been playing at home a lot against inferior teams. Now they're on the road against one of the better teams in the West, all the way in the West Coast. So I like this spot.
Letdown spot, easy letdown spot for the Bucks. All right, next up.
I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, bro, I had so many choices for my pick of the day. Like, I'm like, no, bro, I don't know who to pick. Next up, there's another great bet right here, dog. We got the Rockets at Cleveland. Cleveland minus 3.5. They're coming back home after a little road trip. They're off to back-to-back losses to the Sixers and the Rockets. I like going with teams when they're on a back-to-back coming off a loss, not a win. I think they're coming back home against the Rockets team they just lost to. They're getting Evan Mobley back. Karis LeVert is probably going to play as well. I think the spot here is the Cavs minus 3.5. This is still the best team in the East. And the Rockets, they have been playing better on the road this year, but I can see them letting up here against the Cavs. They're just going to want it more. And honestly, I think they're just a better team overall. So I like the Cavs here minus 3.5. They should have won last game if you guys saw what happened, but
And Darius Garland.
yeah, he choked.
Missed 2 free throws.
Yep. But yeah, I like the Cavs. I love the spot here.
Yeah, especially at home.
What the heck? Why in the Wolves? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then we got Nuggets, Wolves plus 3.5. Look, a lot of people, they're taking the Wolves. I get it. The Wolves, when they're plus money. The Wolves, when they're plus money, I get it, bro. You want to take the Wolves. Usually, you like fading the Wolves when they're favorites. But not here, bro. I just think the Wolves team, I haven't liked what I've seen from them lately. I think offensively, they're just a little too stagnant with Randall and Edwards and all those guys on the court. I think they're kind of getting figured out. And then I think the Nuggets are on the opposite end of that. Bro, they're starting to play the best basketball I've seen them play since they won the chip. Playing great basketball right now. They're on a win streak. With Jokic, I think they're like on a 9-10 game win streak. And honestly, Jokic is just on a roll right now. Their whole offense is on a roll right now. And I know people are thinking, hey, letdown spot, Nuggets are on a winning streak, but I disagree, though. I think these Nuggets team, they lost to the Wolves last time. They lost to them last year in the playoffs. I think they're going to come here ready to prove something, and I think they show up. So I like the Nuggets here, 3.5.
Yep, I like this game a lot, bro. I just think since they lost to them in the playoffs last year,
Yeah.
I think people are saying that. I think people are thinking like, oh, like they can beat them. They're still the Wolves. Not right now, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this team is.
Towns was huge in that series, so
He was.
different team, bro.
And then next up, we got Jazz versus Grizzlies. Grizzlies 11.5. Look, I know the Jazz, they've been keeping games close, but man, this Grizzlies team at home, bro, best covered team at home. When they play bad teams, they fucking destroy them. They were down at halftime yesterday by like 10 points, and they ended up covering the double-digit line anyway without Ja Morant. This Grizzlies team, man, offensively best offensive team in the league right now with the pace they play at, the way they can shoot, the way they attack with Morant, Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. I just like him here at the spot at home. I just think they're just going to be too much for this Jazz defense that is not good at all. So I like the Grizzlies here. This is going to be a high-paced game. I can also see the over as well. I think it's like at 240, 245. Yeah, bro. This Grizzlies team, they put up 130 points at home like it's nothing, bro. But up to the next one. I just don't think the Jazz will be able to keep up.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next one. This is one of my favorite bets of the day. Just the value-wise here, I love this game here. We got Pistons Magic minus 2.5. I know the Magic, they're on a bit of a slump. Huh?
We're still munching, bro.
I know the Magic, they're on a bit of a slump. Pistons been playing great ball, and that's exactly why I love the Magic here. They're getting healthy. They're getting all their players back. They're getting Jalen Suggs back today. And I just think defensively they match up really well against this Pistons team that over-relies on Cade Cunningham. I think today they're going to come out hungry. They need this win at home. I think they show up here. I think they start getting their groove back. And you're only getting 2.5, pretty much a bucket. I love it here. And I don't like the spot for the Pistons, bro. They've been playing good ball. I give them credit. They're on a bit of a winning streak on the road, but I think they let up here against this Magic team. Just too much physicality.
Yeah, I'm gonna add them to my parlay though. I like that pick. I didn't even
I
see that.
was literally just thinking about that right now, but I might just take the money line instead.
I'm gonna do them in the Cavs money line and add a few of my college picks. Call it a day.
All right, we got a couple player props. Just having some fun with it, you know. Player prop. I say bet the games. Player props are more, you know, if you want to, if the games aren't too good, go with a couple player props. But I love the games today, so I'd say go with the games. But I do like the first one here a lot. We got Book versus the Wizards over 25 points. This Wizards team, worst defensive team in the league. Book at home. I don't know, man. It just has 30-piece written all over it, bro. I love Book here. I don't think they have any matchup for him. I think the Suns need to win games. They put up points. I think the problem with their team is their defense. The last time they played, Book put up 37 points. Suns scored 130 points. It's going to be a fast-paced game, and I just like Book to put up enough shots against this bad Wizards team. Then next up, we got Ant versus the Nuggets. I know we just took the Nuggets, right? I get it. But the problem with the Timberwolves is they over-rely on Ant-Man. That's really the only player they have from what I've seen right now. Randall has let them down. A lot of their other players have let them down. Ant-Man's putting up a ton of shots. I think against the Nuggets, over 26 points, I like them here. I still don't think they cover, but I think Ant-Man does go off. And then we got LeBron over 22 points. I didn't put who it was against, but they're playing the Warriors today at Golden State. You know, there's always some extra juice right there for LeBron. He always shows up at Golden State, and 22 points, I just feel like that's not that much. He just locked in the zone. Lakers are playing good ball right now, and I think he shows up today. It just feels like a LeBron-type game.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up, going into college basketball. Tons of games on the board. At first, I kind of struggled finding value, but as I looked at the games, I felt a little bit better. Here's one spot that I like. Georgetown at Providence. Providence favored by 1.5. I know this Georgetown team, they won their last game, but before that, they lost a couple in a row. I would say they were without their two best players. So they got those two guys back, and they get an upset win at Villanova. So I think this is still a pretty solid team in the Big East. What I like about Georgetown is they have a really good defense. Defense travels. And Providence, on the other hand, not too good on either side of the ball. Their defense is nowhere near as good as it usually is. And then their offense is very inefficient. They don't do a great job of shooting. They don't have nobody that can break down the defense. So I just don't see this Providence team getting a win here. I know they're at home. I know they're due for a win, but not against Georgetown. I think this Georgetown team is scrappy. They play hard. They know how to. They have a really good post player in Sorber. A very good freshman. So I think they get this win. I think they beat Providence here. So give me Georgetown plus 1.5 / money line.
Yeah, I love Georgetown here, though. I just think this Georgetown team is really underrated, bro. They got a good team, bro. I'll be honest. They got a really good team. Beat Villanova at Villanova.
Yeah. Oh, hey, how are you? Ole Miss versus Missouri. Who's fuck? I forgot. Missouri's -3 here. No.
Yeah.
Missouri's -3 here. Give me Ole Miss just because I think these two. First of all, Ole Miss is at home, right?
No, it's at Missouri.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is it? Whatever. Whatever. Either way, I still think these two teams match up very, very, very well. Um, and I just don't see how. And Ole Miss has been tested on the road, man. They've beaten good teams on the road.
Say they beat Alabama.
I like this pick a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
And Missouri, I still think they're a little overrated.
They are.
So I like Ole Miss here on the cover plus
No,
3.
I agree. I was looking at this game. The only thing that scared me was that Missouri was coming off of a loss. But I was definitely thinking like Ole Miss, they just
Ole Miss
lost
too,
at
though.
home. Exactly.
Yep.
They lost at home in a game-winning fashion. Like I think, and they're battle tested on the road, like you said. And one thing Ole Miss
Beat
does a great job
Alabama
of
at Alabama.
is they're one of the best teams in the country in not turning over the ball. And Missouri relies a little too much on forcing turnovers. So and Ole Miss could shoot. So I think the type of defense that Missouri plays, some sort of zone matchup, is not good against Ole Miss. Ole Miss will probably they have a good chance of lighting them up. So
I like Ole Miss here too.
yeah, I think they win.
I told Brian that I like Ole Miss. Before you put it there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right,
I think they got
Mississippi
the
State versus. You said what?
they got the big time players. Ole Miss. I trust them more. Cool.
All right, we got Mississippi State versus South Carolina plus 7.5. I'm going with South Carolina 7.5. I just think I like this Mississippi State team a lot. I just think South Carolina is just as not probably not just as rough as them, but they are a tough team. So I think at home, and they've beaten good teams at home, and they kept it close. I think they beat Let me just double check real quick.
They're definitely a much better team at
I don't
home.
think
Though.
they beat anybody, but they kept it close against really good teams. I mean, at
Yeah.
tennis against Auburn, and their last game was against
Florida. They almost beat Florida, bro. Florida won on a game winner.
Should have won that game, to be honest with you.
They almost beat Auburn at home.
Nah, I
When
don't even
women
think
basketball comes
they
up.
haven't won a conference game yet. But
The one thing
but
I like is
it's revenge, bro.
exactly, yeah. I love that revenge ball. They got blown out by Mississippi State last time. Usually, bro, in conference games when that happens and they're coming back home, they're gonna battle, bro. They're gonna compete.
Okay, yeah. So they lost by 3 to Auburn. And then they lost to Florida by 1, which I'm pretty sure they should have won that game. If I could remember.
Bro, that's literally
Yeah.
Florida. I mean, South Carolina led the whole game besides that last second 3-pointer.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So I like them at home. But Florida's not a team to play with, bro. So give me 7.5 with South Carolina here.
They don't gotta win. They just gotta keep it close. So.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Next game up, we got Michigan State at Rutgers. Rutgers plus 5.5. And I know this game scares me a little bit just because Michigan State has been on a roll so long. At one point, they are going to lose one of these games. They're due for a loss, but not here. I think matchup-wise, this Michigan State team is just head and shoulders above Rutgers. Rutgers is still, to me, a little overrated just because they have 2-star freshmen. Their team in general is not very good. They don't really hang their hat on anything offensively. They just rely too much ISO scoring against Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. And when you're playing this Michigan State team, that's a recipe for disaster. Michigan State team is top 10 defensive efficiency in the country. And one thing they do really well is they rebound the ball. One of the best rebounding teams in the country. So
Dylan Harper's not playing.
Oh, okay, he's not playing. So this isn't even a true road game. So they're playing at Madison Square Garden, neutral site game. Michigan State, better rebounding team, better defensive team, better interior team, and offensively. I just think there's too many aspects where they have the advantage. One thing this Michigan State team does struggle with is the 3, but Rutgers is not good at protecting the paint. So I think they're going to be able to get whatever they want inside. And I think this Michigan State team is on a roll. No reason to fade them until they show me that they let up a little bit. So I'm riding with Michigan State here, minus 5.5.
But Michigan State team is good, man.
Yeah, bro.
They're good, bro.
I love the way they play, bro. They play like fundamental ass basketball. How basketball should be played.
Tom Izzo has them ready, dude. I'm telling you, I like this game a lot, especially that it's neutral site, bro. I think it's starting to get to that point that like you're gonna have to start winning a lot of road games because March is coming up, so you're gonna have to start figuring it out real quick.
Yeah. No, and they've been good on the road. They've been battle tested on the road in some tough environments, and they've shown up, bro. They've shown up. So this is a really good Michigan State team, man. They're just so well coached the way they play. Doesn't matter where they're at. They're gonna do what they're gonna try to do. They don't try to
Mhm.
do too much. They stay within their
Fundamental, bro.
system. Exactly.
Yep.
So I like Michigan State. All right, next up we got LSU at Alabama, minus 17.5, favoring Alabama. Pretty simple. I just don't like this LSU team. They're to me, I say this every time we fade them, and we've covered a lot fading them. They're the worst team in the SEC. They're missing their best player for the rest of the year. Defensively, they're decent. They're not the best, but they're decent. But offensively, they're just horrible. They have no reliable scorer. They have no interior presence. The only player that's decent on their team at scoring the ball is Cam Carter. But Alabama, if they could zone in on him, get the ball out of his hands, I just think this Alabama team, they play at such a fast pace. I know 17.5 is a lot
Yeah,
of
it's snowing. It's snowing.
oh, that's crazy. You see it, Brandon?
No, I can't.
Oh, damn, it looks cool.
You're right.
But Alabama,
Shit.
I know 17.5 is a big number, but when you play, they have the number one pace in the country. They get so many more possessions than other teams, 90, 85, 90 possessions. If they just knock down a few threes in this game, which they're more than capable of doing, they do it a lot. I could easily see them winning this game by 20, 30 plus points. LSU just super undermanned here, scoring wise. Uh, this game makes me nervous because the line is so big, but I don't know, man. I'm just Alabama at home has just been balling all year. They've blown out good teams, not just bad teams, good teams. So they got a bad team here in front of them. I think they beat the fucking brakes off of them. Give me Alabama minus 17.5.
I probably won by like 30.
Yeah. All right, next up, honestly, my favorite game of the day: Houston at Kansas. Big time Big 12 matchup. Kansas +2. Pretty simple here. If Allen Fieldhouse probably the toughest place to play in the country. You're giving me Kansas as an underdog here. I gotta take them. This is still a really good Kansas team. I think this year, especially on defense, they're a lot better. Top five defense in the country. Houston, they're a great team. You could call them top two, three team in the country. But I think right now they're a little overrated. I'm gonna be honest with you. They've played in their Big 12 matchups all the inferior opponents. We're talking TCU, Utah, uh, Oklahoma State, BYU. These are all the bottom tier
UCF. They
teams.
lost to UCF at UCF, right? Or they won by
No,
like 1 point.
they won by 1 point. UCF. So this Houston team, they're great. I'm not gonna say they're bad, but I think they're getting a little overvalued right now. They've played a lot of inferior teams in the Big 12. This is their first step up game in the Big 12 at Kansas. It doesn't get any harder than that. This Kansas team, I think matchup wise too, we saw last season when these teams matched up. They do a great job of moving the ball against this Houston defense. One thing Kansas does with Bill Self, great offensive system. They're going to be able to move the ball, get the ball in the paint, and I just think their defense is too good for Houston to put up enough points. I think Kansas wins this. I think I will take them on the money line. I think Kansas wins this game. So give me Kansas money line.
I love this game.
Yep.
I love Kansas
You know
at
how I
home,
feel
bro.
about
As an
Kansas,
underdog,
bro. You know how I feel about
shoot.
Kansas, bro. But I like them here, bro. I do like them, bro.
I
I
just
like
think
Houston. I love
I've
Houston.
seen Houston. They take a lot of back shots, though.
I like Houston a lot because their defense is so good. But Kansas is the one team probably in the whole conference that can move the ball against Houston and get good looks, bro. They're that good of a ball movement team, bro. They've always been. That's why they're historically a good team in the last 20 years, bro. It's because even though they have talent, they know how to play within the system. Very similar to Michigan State. Maybe not as fast paced, but just in terms of they stick to what they do, bro. They don't get out of the game plan. So, all right. Next up, we got Florida State at Stanford. Stanford -6. I hate Florida State because I'm a Miami fan, but I'm backing them here. I just think this is too many points. These teams are super evenly matched. You could honestly make the case that Florida State is the better team on both sides of the ball. I just think this Stanford team, we're getting a big number because they beat UNC on the road. Credit to them, nice win. They blow out Miami at home -37. Who hasn't? So I think this is a letdown spot for them. They're off back-to-back wins. They're feeling good about themselves. Florida State coming off of a pretty tough loss to California. I still think Florida State is the better team. I think they bounce back in this game. One thing Florida State does well is force turnovers, and they make you work on offense. So I think they're going to be able to keep this one close enough. Florida State team is still really talented. They have a really good center and a really good small forward too in Jameer Watkins. So I think they keep this one close. I like Florida State. I think that I could see them winning this game outright, but give me the +6.
And I'm pretty sure Florida State whooped Miami too.
They did
Yeah,
at Miami.
Yeah.
everybody whoops them, bro. Miami sucks. Honestly, I was thinking about taking California, but I'm like, watch this be the game Miami covers.
What's the spread?
Never, bro. I don't think they'll ever cover.
10
What's
and
the
a half.
spread? Luis. I actually kind of like
Is-
California.
Is that California?
Yeah, at California, yeah.
Yeah, I like California there, bro.
Me too.
South
I would
Miami is
obviously
bad,
take them.
bro.
All right. Next up, we got San Diego State at Nevada. Nevada minus 2.5.
I
Pretty
don't
simple
know.
here. I think the San Diego State team is not as good as years past, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Now, they struggled against Air Force, a terrible team, one of the worst teams in the country. They only won that game by 1 point in overtime. Emotional win on the road. Then you got to travel again to Nevada, a hostile environment, a rivalry game. I think Nevada is going to be up for this one. I honestly think they're just as good as San Diego State. I think San Diego State is living off their reputation the past 2 years. Matchup wise, this Nevada team, very good 3-point shooting team. San Diego State's 3-point defense, not the best. And I don't know, man. I just think Nevada steps up for this game at home. 2.5 points is not much. We basically just need them to win. If you want to take a money line, go ahead. But San Diego State team, they have not looked good the past few games, especially on the road. Not a team I want to take on the road. So give me Nevada minus 2.5.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll take the money line here, not the 2.5. Just to be on the safer side. I could see this game being like a fucking 2-point game at the end, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would take the money line too.
Yeah, I don't like the San Diego State team, bro. I think they take a lot of bad shots, and defensively, they're not what they usually are.
Yeah. Next up, we got Baylor at Utah. Utah plus 2.5. I'm getting Baylor. I'm going with Baylor on this one. I think we're getting a good price because this Baylor team hasn't been the best the past few games, but I still think they're one of the more talented teams in the country, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And one thing Utah is bad at is their defense. Their defense is fucking ass. Their team in general is not very good. We've seen these teams match up already, and Baylor blew them out by 30 plus points. Now it does make me nervous because there is a revenge factor. But I just think Baylor.
But it's
is
such a small line, bro.
Exactly, it's just a small line, and I think Baylor is the much better team. I think we just need them to win here, basically. So Utah,
Like if it was 5 or 6, I'd be like, I don't like this game. But 2.5, that's a bucket. That's a 3-pointer, bro.
yeah, you watch Utah play. They're not a good team, bro. They're not.
Take a
Their
lot
only
of
thing
bad
they can
shots.
really do is shoot threes, and like Brendan said, most of the times they're bad 3-pointers. But they don't have any guard that can break down the defense. They don't have a post up center. They don't have a rim roller. All they really have is a couple spot up shooters. I think Baylor is the much better team here. I think Baylor is looking to get their season back on track. A historically good program, so I think they get a nice road win here. They have to start winning these road games at some point. I think they get one here against Utah. Give me Baylor minus 2.5.
Yep.
All right, quickly, dog. Picks of the day.
I'm going to go with, so tough, bro. So many good games. I'm going to go with the Cavs minus 3.5.
Damn, I would have thought you would have picked the Nuggets or the Clippers, bro. What the fuck?
I like that Cavs spot. Back-to-back loss at home. Revenge spot. Coming off a losing streak, coming back home, it just has it written all over it, bro. Getting their players back. I like the Cavs.
Steven?
All right. Give me Ole Miss plus 3.
All right. I'm gonna go with Baylor here. I think matchup wise they're just a way better team. So give me Baylor.
Damn, wait.
Man, I thought you were going to go Kansas.
My
Yes,
bad, Kansas.
exactly.
Oh, I forgot about.
Yes.
Yeah, give me Kansas. Give me Kansas.
I'm like, damn, no, I'm going to take Kansas. The fuck?
Yeah, give
I
me
like
Kansas.
Kansas a lot.
Quick parlay before we
All
get
right.
off. Or?
I'm going to do Magic, Cavs,
Honestly, I'm gonna just.
Magic, Cavs, Bucks. I mean, Clippers, sorry. Magic, Cavs, Clippers. Sorry.
I'm going Clippers. I'm going Nuggets. And I'm going Ole Miss and Kansas.
All right.
Yo, I actually like that parlay a lot. I'm not going to lie. I might.
Give me Magic, give me Cavs, give me Kansas, give me Baylor, and give me. Oh man, I want to add one more, but it's tough. Give me Michigan. Nah, you know what? Fuck that. Give me Florida State, bro. I think Florida State gets that win outright, bro.
Florida State, nice. It's a ballsy move, bro.
All
Bro,
right,
that
that's it, bro.
Michigan State line went up to 8.5. I thought he was out, but it's not saying anything. He has to be out, bro.
No, he's out. Yeah, the Vegas knows something, bro. But all right, I gotta go, y'all boys. So that about wraps it up for the Odd Podcast. We hope you guys have a beautiful day. We love you all, and let's just stick to the grind. Let's keep working, keep our heads up. It's gonna be a beautiful day, money making day, and if it's not, it's all good. We always got tomorrow. We gotta look at the small things in life.
I'll be a winning day though, for sure.
Happy to be alive, bro. At the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. So we love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Let's make this money, dog.
Go.